Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a family apartment in The Sims 4. So this apartment is 1920 Medina Studios, and so this is built in the Art District, and so I wanted to use the Parenthood kitchen and appliances and counters just because I feel like I haven't used them in a while, but I've also used them a lot recently, and so I've kind of fallen back in love with these. I feel like I did not do a single kitchen without any of the appliances or counters, and so we are just going to be working on the upper cabinets and making the kitchen just a little bit bigger. This family I had in mind was a family of four, one set of parents and two kids that are possibly girls, and so now we are in the living room of the house, and so it's kind of close to the back of the bar stools. That's why I didn't add bar stools when you're still in the kitchen. It's because I wanted there to be a lot of seating and I didn't want it to overlap too much. And so we are just making all of the furniture black just because I feel like that's just like more durable in a way, is to have darker furniture. And so we are not doing darker furniture on the cabinet or on the bar stools, just to kind of lighten it up since it's right next to the darker cabinet. And we are going to be putting down this rug from the Get Famous pack. I almost forgot it for a second, and so we just use a few items from that pack, but we don't go overboard. And so now we are just going to be adding these city festival posters, and I love using these posters during a Sims 4 apartment build because it makes it feel like they are really living the city. I was kind of imagining one of the parents just got a job and they had to move from the country to the city, and so we are just going to be putting some plants in the corner because honestly I didn't really know what to put in that corner, and plants are a good kind of filler for these areas. I feel like I need to do a plant lover house because I feel like I never really do plants just like on side tables or for like centerpieces, but it's not like an excessive amount. And so maybe doing a plant lover house would be fun. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. And so we are just going to be adding some decoration into the kitchen because I forgot to do that earlier, and so we are just going to be also decorating the TV console at the same time, kind of going back and forth, seeing like the cookies and seeing like a stack of books and realizing they'll be good in both space or like one of the spaces, and so that's kind of why I go back and forth. And so now we are just going adding a picture on the wall. I thought it'd be kind of fun to add like a picture of like the city at night, and so now we are just going to be adding a picture on this brick wall. I thought it'd be fun to have a brick wall, kind of make it seem a little bit more like it's been here for a while, and I like this like brick texture. And so since this is right next to the front door, I thought it'd be fun to put some shoes right next to the door. So now we are just going to be adding some final decorations into the living room, and now we're going to be moving on to the dining room space. I was proud of myself for getting a dining room space and having like a bar sitting area in an apartment because sometimes I can't figure that out in a house, and so I was proud of myself for doing that. And so the dining room table, chairs, and rug are all from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I almost forgot that word, that's why I hear me snapping. And so we are just now going to be going into this hallway space. You probably are wondering, wait, what happened? What happened? Why did I miss something? Why is there a mirror, side table, and plant right there? I was experimenting. It did not go well. And so you'll see me get rid of that and add something actually functional and cool. And this was a tight space, and so that's why I'm using like a bird's eye view to put this room together, is because I like I can't see what I'm doing in the, it's like so small I can't like see through the walls. I just see like the other rooms. And so now we are in the first bathroom. This is the kids' bathroom, or the bathroom that the guests will use when they come over for a dinner party, possibly. And so we are just going to be adding this poning wall to separate the shower from the toilet, and then we are going to be adding a sink. And so this bathroom, I feel like it's just like a normal bathroom I do. There's nothing really to it. It just has all the essentials. I did add this laundry basket that isn't functional if you don't, it won't work if you have laundry day, so it's all safe. And so we are just going to be adding a sink, just the usual bathroom things. Nothing really to say about this bathroom, but I did have to go into the bird's eye view again so I could make sure everything was lined up correctly. And so we are just going to be adding some pictures, and then going to be adding a rug. I feel like rugs are good, but for bathrooms, obviously, so you don't slip. But it's kind of hard because like I was thinking that towel on the shower could be like the bathroom rug, but it didn't look good in my mind. And so now we are in the primary bedroom of the apartment. It does have its own ensuite and sitting area. This is a pretty big bedroom for a apartment. I mean, all the apartments in The Sims 4 are pretty big, but this has like a sitting room area. And so we are just going to be adding some side tables. I realized I've only used one item from the Get Together or Get Famous pack, and that's a rug in the living room. And so I wanted to use some more items, and so I do exchange the bed and use these pictures from the Get Famous pack. And so that's kind of like an underrated pack, or not underrated, but I don't use it as much. And so we are just going to be changing the curtains, making them all black, making them possibly like blackout curtains. I thought that would be fun, and so I have blackout curtains. And so here is that sitting room we are talking about, and I'm just going to move the dresser to like make it like an actual space, not just like kind of like blocking access to the bedroom. And now we are just going to be adding some decorations into or onto the dresser. And so this space was pretty hard because I didn't know what to do. I kind of wanted to do something different than what I would normally do, so I like put this like folded towels, but I thought it turned out pretty good. And so I just found this bag or holder for magazines, and I thought that'd be fun to add in to the living room. And so now we are going to be adding bookshelves because I thought it'd be fun for one of the kids to be a bookworm. And so I wanted there to be a bookshelf. Maybe one of the parents helped spark this interest. And you can see me first put like shoes on the bookshelf because I'm like, oh, it's like right next to like the shoes. It can be like a mudroom area, but it just didn't really make sense to like put muddy shoes next to nice new clean books. And so we are going to be adding a lot of different decorations. Like I said in my last video, I finally figured out how to raise items, and so I raised some of these books to fit into one of the cubbies because it wouldn't click. I do know of a CC item that will like make it easier, but I try not to use CC even though that wouldn't really affect anybody. It would make it easier for me, but I do try to play vanilla. And so we are just going to be sizing down a picture and going to try again for this little corner of the hallway into the bedrooms. I wanted to maybe add this basketball jersey picture, but then I added these flowers and it looks like a weird memorial, and so we just end up going with this big plant. And so we are now in the kids' room. This is kind of inspired the build to have like opposite twins almost. So I have a pink sim, or I designed one of the sides to be for a sim who is into books and fantasy, and her favorite color is pink. And then the other kids' side would be blue. They're into like tech stuff, robots, and so I wanted that to be like opposites. Like one's kind of old world, one's kind of new world, or the modern world. And so we are going to be adding a dollhouse for the fantasy bookworm sim, and so we do end up going with this castle, and I kind of built something similar to this. You can find that on my Instagram or on the gallery. Kind of has this like same idea but in a bigger space, and so you can find that on Instagram, crfaldmo, or on the gallery, crfaldmo. It's the same. YouTube is the only social media that is crfaldmo, and so we add this car shelf for like the modern sim, and then like a unicorn shelf for the Renaissance Sims, kind of keeping it in like the same style where it has a like cloud wooden shape, but it's like personalized to the sim that it is on. And so we are just going to be adding some decorations. I kind of also imagined the pink room sim would be a little bit more childish. They would have more interested in toys, while the tech sim has all of their games on the computer, or their funds on the computer. That computer under the bed on the desk is the only computer in the apartment. I should probably mentioned that sooner. And so since they are like children, I wanted to give them backpacks because I thought that would be fun for like kind of not like storytelling, but just fun to like, oh yeah, they're young still. And so we are just going to be kind of finishing up the video, just going to be adding some pictures throughout the room, trying to keep with their interest in theme. And so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to play in this house. The information will be down in the description. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I post new videos every single Tuesday, and so I hope you all come back for another Sims 4 video. Bye!